Welcome to another edition of The Ride Home with John and Kathy, live from the Salem-Pittsburgh studios. And now here are your hosts, John Hall and Kathy Emmons.
Welcome in. It's the deep freeze edition of The Ride Home with John and Kathy. Man, alive, is it cold. I'm packing up a bunch of stuff in my house because this renovation of mine really is going to start one of these days. And I've got a big truck from AMVETS coming tomorrow to take our donation. And so I was working in the garage all day until a couple hours ago. And I want to tell you, even inside, the garage is attached to our house. Didn't much matter. It was freezing, absolutely freezing. And so wherever you are, I hope you are staying warm. I want to welcome Tom Lewis into the program from Wichita, Kansas. He's the one that warned us yesterday that this cold was coming. Tom, you weren't lying, my friend.
Could have warned you, but I didn't. And by the way, there's more coming.
Just great.
Encourage your heart. Yeah. More
what's it like in Wichita? What kind of temperature are we talking?
It's been actually cold today. One below wind chill this morning, so it's kind of chilly. It's probably about 11 right now, 11 or 12.
Okay. And what do you do to stay warm? Are you like a coffee
Stay
drinker?
in my office.
So you have good heat in there. Really?
Yeah. And wear thick shirts.
Okay. That's what I'm doing too. I've got several layers on. I'm broadcasting from my spare room because, of course, the Emmons family is under COVID alert. My husband is quite sick with something that we have not. Yeah. He is sick. He is so sick. I mean, I told Christy before we went on the air that we almost took a trip to the hospital at 3 this morning when I put his pulse ox on. He's just really sick. Anyway, we're waiting to see whether it's COVID or the flu or whatever it is. But I'm banished to my home until we figure that out. But happy to have all of you along for the ride home today. And always happy to have Tom Lewis with us. Okay, so Tom, this is day 3, which means day final. This is our last opportunity to do what we've been hearing about, what we're saying we're going to do, what we've been thinking about doing for the last 2 days. Today's the day we need to put it into action.
That's it. Final couple of hours together. And so we've got right now where we stand, guys, 30 children away from reaching 400. And then, of course, we go on up from there. And our prayer is that we can reach all 500 today. So, Lord willing, we'll be able to do that. But let's get these next 30 rescued real quick. And that could be one friend giving a gift of just a little under $2,000. Maybe it's, 10 of you giving a gift for 3 kids. And that's quick math, isn't it, Kath? You'd think
sure
I've done
is.
this
Impressive
before.
To me.
A $200 bill, honestly, guys, rescues and feeds 3 kids for the full year. So to make it easy, you might just say, here's $200. Technically, it's $192. But if it's easier for you, like it is for me, I like to just round it up. $200 gift, 3 kids fed for the next year, Christian education, spiritual development, and obviously other life-saving resources depending on the area that they're living in. Kath, when I say that, it's really important to recognize that, especially in the very difficult indigenous areas and mountainous areas of Haiti and Guatemala especially, it is really rough, really rough. And honestly, that's where a lot of the rescues happen, especially with our partner in Guatemala, is in the mountains where children are abandoned. No one knows they're there. I mean, the government doesn't have a clue they're there. I mean, it's just crazy.
Yeah,
and
there are
so,
a ton of remote regions there.
Yeah, it's tough. And so clean water is tough. Obviously, food is extremely difficult. And so we're asking for your help. What our partners do then is they deliver direct to the locations in their region. And what I love about this program with Cross, guys, is simply this. Our partners know exactly where the most critical needs are. The most critical need families, the most critical need children. And that's why Cross International works like it does, direct with our partners on the ground. So, would you be our partner here this afternoon? 30 more children to go at $64 each, and we'll be at 400 kids rescued. Final show, guys, so we're going to need your help. Thank you for jumping on board with us. And for all of you who have already given today, I want to say a big thank you, Kath, if I can. Real quick, I want to say thank you to a few friends that I've not been able to thank this afternoon. Mary, thank you. In Butler, she gave her gift for a child. Jean in Allison Park, did that $200 gift, Kath, and just rounded up to $200. So, Gene, that's 3 children plus. David in Pittsburgh gave a $100 bill. Becky in, looks like Scenery Hill, thank you, gave that gift of $128. Richard, thank you, in Pittsburgh. Another child helped. So those are all in the last little bit. So thank you, guys. And that got us up to 30 children away from 400 kids. So here's the number. It's 866-806-2977. We're going to give you the number a lot today, 866-806-2977. Know you got a busy day, so thank you. God bless you for calling. Thank you for taking just a couple of minutes of your valuable time and your generosity to make a kingdom impact in the lives of these kiddos. 866-806-2977. Or Kathy, the web. We had a lot of activity at Word FM today with friends giving on the web.
Isn't that terrific, Tom? Because those friends are like me, and they don't like to talk on the phone.
Yeah, if you don't want to speak human today, go on the web.
Just you guys, sometimes it's just a lot, right? It's too much to bear. And so you just want to go online. So I'm happy to hear that. We talked a little bit yesterday about the viability of going to wordfm.com, clicking on the banner at the top of the page. Yes. I bet you'd be in and out with your donation in 60 seconds. I mean, it's super fast, super easy.
It is.
And so I want to encourage you to do that if you're like me and you're too introverted, or you're just too depressed about how cold it is and you just can't bear talking to anybody. Okay, we need to step away. When we come back, Tom, you mentioned your partners on the ground in Guatemala who know where the kids are. And so they help you to know who to go help. We're going to talk about those partners when we come back, because when you're giving to Cross International, you're giving to a wide network of people who believe in Jesus.
101.5 WORD.
I won! Yes!
And we want you to win, too. So sign up to receive our contests and sweepstakes update. Each Friday, you can see new opportunities to win. We regularly give out prizes from books, music, and merchandise to household items, even vacation trips or car payments. Stay up on all the fun. Subscribe to our contests and sweepstakes update, mailed each Friday.
Sign up today at wordfm.com/subscribe.
Did you know that Big Lou can vaccinate your entire estate from the virus known as Uncle Sam? That's right. Big Lou and Term Provider have the only single-dose solution in town, a $1 million term life insurance policy. Yep, a $1 million term life insurance policy with no side effects. One call to Big Lou can lead to an entire estate vaccination that'll provide 100% guaranteed protection against estate taxes and debt, even if you are a bit porky or have a splash of sugar diabetes. In fact, a 50-year-old male may qualify for $500,000 of coverage for less than $100 per month. $1 million for less than $200 per month. Call Big Lou at Term Provider to get the service and price you deserve with zero side effects. Call 800-555-2085 right now. 800-555-2085. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He follows the science, too. Call 800-555-2085 or visit biglou.com. Big Lou doesn't give tax advice.
A secret to sticking with your goals? The right gear. Which is why I went on Kohl's.com and got an Adidas hoodie for under $45, picked up some Nike sneakers, and got a new fleece from Tech Gear for just $12.99. Oh, you can also get an extra 30, 20, or 15% off with your Kohl's card and get free store pickup. If only exercising was this easy. Select styles, Adidas and Nike. Coupons do not apply. Ends January 23rd. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Maybe you're an elder in a local congregation or a deacon wanting to serve your church more faithfully.
Dr. Barry York on the Master of Theological Studies program at RPTS.
The wonderful thing about the MTS degree is you can actually do it all online. So they can take the degree online and grow in that theological ability that will allow them to either teach or work more faithfully in their local congregation.
Learn more about the MTS degree program and flexible online options at rpts.edu.
More than 1 in 3 people will face cancer in their lifetime. Unfortunately, fear can stop you from getting cancer screening, but it won't stop cancer. Early detection can save your life. Don't wait for symptoms to appear to act. Cancer screening is safe, effective, and accessible for everyone, including free or low-cost screening programs. Go to cancerscreenquiz.com now and take the American Cancer Society's 2-minute cancer screening quiz to find out what screening tests are right right for you. Don't wait. Take the quiz, get screened. Go to cancerscreenquiz.com now. cancerscreenquiz.com.
81 million children in Latin America and the Caribbean live in poverty. And extreme poverty has reached its worst level there in 20 years due to the pandemic. But it's so easy to hear those numbers and think, well, forget it. They're way too, what can I possibly do to make a dent in a number like 81 million? Well, you know what? All we do is make a difference to one. That's all we can do. So we're stepping forward today. We're stepping forward in hope, in confidence, in faith, and we're asking you to come alongside. So would you join us, please? wordfm.com, wordfm.com. I've got Tom Lewis from Cross International on the line from Wichita, Kansas. But let me give the number before I throw it to Tom, 866-806-2977. That's 866-806-2977. Tom.
You mentioned partnerships, and they're so critical. Yeah. And Kath, the thing I want to say, first of all, is that our partnerships here in the United States, and especially today with our Word FM family, are critical. Because, guys, no work gets done, no children get saved without you, period. Nothing happens without you. So your gift today is really, really important as we finish the work for hopefully and prayerfully 500 kids. I am so honored to thank another friend that just called and said, I want to help a child. Kathy, you said it. One by one, we're going to get this done. Jean Marie, thank you, in McKeesport. All right, great to hear from McKeesport. And God bless you. And thank you for that gift. Hey, the number again before I share this story about our partner, Carlos, 866-806-2977. 866-806-2977. Yes, you can talk while someone else is talking. It's okay. I know what your mom was like mine. I know. Don't you dare speak while someone else is speaking. In this case, we're going to let you. All right, so you can call, you can make your gift, or, as Kathy said, it's real quick, real easy, on the web at wordfm.com. I love our partner, Carlos Vargas, in listen to me, Zacapa, Guatemala. And Carlos, it works so hard. His team, they're amazing. They are absolutely amazing, feeding and rescuing thousands of kids every day. They're feeding 30,000 a day, if you can imagine. I mean, talk about making a lot of hot food. Whew. And I know it's rice and beans. I know. It's fairly simple, but there's a lot of it, and it takes a lot of food. So that's every day, plus the rescue. The rescue teams are rescuing upward of 6,000 children every year. And, you know, people ask me, Kathy, all the time, are we making an impact? I've got to share this story with you guys. There was a trip when we were there, and I saw a large structure going up there in Zacapa on his ministry compound. And it was a huge building, and it was just a shell. And I said to him, I said, Carlos, what on earth are you building? And he said, well, let me share a story with you. He said, when we rescue the babies from the mountains, he said, we get them down, and the ones that are critical, and most of them are, we have to drive them to Guatemala City, which can be anywhere from 3 hours to 11 hours by car, depending on the road conditions and all those things. And I've been on one of those trips that actually was 8 hours. Not fun. All right? Mm-hmm. But he said, on the way, he said, we lose them. He said, often we'll lose the ones that are critical. We lose them on the way to the hospital. We never get there. And so he said, we are not going to lose any more children. So that facility is going to be our new hospital. 7 stories, fully equipped with emergency services, rooms, patient care, infant care, care for parents, especially the mothers. I mean, guys, it's incredible. It stands complete today. Mm-hmm. And I want him to share with you who the architect was for that hospital that stands today serving thousands of children and especially moms. Listen to Carlos as he shares who it was.
We've seen some that became architects The architect that designed our hospital is one of a child that we rescue. We have all kinds of professional children that we rescue, and they made it in life.
Did you get it?
Oh my gosh! So one of the kids who designed the hospital, the architect, was one of the kids that cross-served. That
they rescued.
Oh my gosh!
That they rescued. So if you think
that's what we're going for, right, Tom? That's what our hope is. Yeah.
Yes, that's our hope, of course. And the beautiful part of this, Kathy, is that God's got a plan for these kids, and that's just one example of many and how God is using these children. So, guys, if you're listening, you say, "Well, I hear these people are giving for 2 and 3 and 5 kids, and one friend gave for 100 today." I can do one. Thank you. Your child that you rescue could be the next architect to develop another medical clinic or a school, or the next evangelist, maybe the next president of Guatemala. Guys, we don't know. But God's got a plan for them, and what's so awesome is you're a part of it. You're a part of it, my friend. You're literally, as you call, as you give, as you pray for the children you rescue, listen, you're becoming part of their story and part of rewriting their story. I love saying that. You're rewriting their story. A story that today is hopeless turns into hope. A story that of a child that doesn't know Christ turns into a child that's serving Christ at all kinds of incredible levels. One young boy that they rescued, in fact, the first orphan ever rescued, today is just an incredible praise and worship leader. He's also the team leader that leads all the rescue teams there in Zacapa that go up into the mountains and rescue babies. And he was the first one to be rescued. It's phenomenal what God is doing, because we can't do it without your help. So would you call this number, 866-806-2977, 866-806-2977, 866-806-2977. Kath, I want to ask you something. I've shared this story before, but could I share this story of the first orphan ever rescued with Cross International and what happened? It's an incredible story. And her name is Marta. She had 2 brothers and sisters. And this was over 20 years ago when Cross International first started in ministry. And the first family of kids were 3 kids. Now, if you're thinking about those 3 kids today, if you're thinking about a 3-kid gift, that's $192. And when you hear this story, you're going to say, "Man, I'm in. Check this out." So Marta and her brother and sister were rescued. All right, first ones ever rescued. When the Cross International team went in on this rescue, they videotaped the story of Marta and her brother and sister. And I'll never forget watching it. It was on their marketing DVD, and it was just an amazing story. Marta was 8, no mom, no dad. She was caring for 2 little ones. And the story was that she had built this little ramshackle kind of hut, and they were living there, and you saw her by the fire, and she was mixing this pot with something in it that was very unusual. We didn't ask. It was food to them, right? Mm-hmm. And so this video was on the DVD. And so we, on our very first trip with Cross out of the country, Rhonda decided to surprise us and say, "You get to meet Marta, the first orphan, and her brothers and sisters, the first orphans ever rescued." Well, guys, we'd told their story on the radio for years. And here we are going to get to meet them. We were excited. So we get there, and we get to the ministry office, and they had already sent word to Marta and her brothers and sisters that we were coming. So when we started up the hill to their house where they were living, they were already running down the hill. And they were coming toward us, hugs, and I'm telling you, crying and all the stuff. It was just awesome. It was an amazing moment. And they were so happy. And by the way, Marta was 18 at that point, 18. Mm-hmm. So 10 years had gone by. And her brothers and sisters were just a little bit younger than her, 16 and 14. And so we went down to the ministry office with him and just began to, with an interpreter, kind of be able to talk to him. And somebody said to me, Kath, you've got the Cross International DVD. And at that time, I had a portable DVD player. Some of you never even heard of a DVD. Don't even know what that is now, right? And so I plugged this thing in. I plugged in the DVD of the marketing from Cross International, queued it up to her story, and I hit the play button while she's watching. And as soon as I hit the play button, her mouth dropped, her eyes began to well up. She was touching my screen, Kath, over and over, saying, that was me. That was me. And she remembered. She remembered the desperation when she was 8 and had to be the mother of her brother and sister. And no one was there for her except Cross International Partners. Praise God. And so today, she is an amazing medical doctor serving in her community. Her mother is an amazing woman. They've discovered where her mother was and reunited her with her mom. I mean, it was just an incredible story. And guys, I just want to say this. Again, God's got a plan, and you're part of it. So today, if you rescue 2 or 3 or 10 or 50 or 100, like a friend did today, just know this. God's got a plan for all of those children that you're rescuing, and you're part of it. So 866-806-2977, 866-806-2977. Want to thank you next. Guys, we actually 29 kids reaching 400, so really do need your help to finish up. 866-806-2977. And Kath, obviously a great way to give right there on the web.
Yeah. What a story, Tom. What an encouragement.
I know.
You know, so often we're blinded. You know, we can't see we're overwhelmed by the forest and we forget about the trees. It's like the opposite of the saying that we all know, is that we just look at a place like Guatemala, or we think about a country like Haiti, or wherever it is in Latin America that we have on our mind, and you think the need is just so great. I'm going to throw my hands up and walk away. And that's where we have to really fall back on the Word of God and what He tells us to do and how He tells us to live, because the wisdom that comes from God is different than what we have. It's different than what we have. And if He tells us that we should reach out, then we have to reach out. We have to believe that there's something bigger at work, and that our gifts are going to be multiplied, Tom. That's the way we have to move forward. Yeah. Yeah,
absolutely. And I'm so excited to thank Linda from Allison Park, Kathy. Linda just jumped in there and said, I want to rescue 5 more children.
Oh, that's awesome.
So thank you. That gets us down to 24 to go to 400, guys. Maybe
by
somebody
5
that
o'clock
would take all 24.
Yeah, sure.
What do you think?
Sure, that's maybe what, $1,400 gift?
Yeah, it's right in there, and so it's doable for likely a number of you. I know that for sure 1,600 rescues 25, so maybe it's a $1,500 gift, whatever. But is there somebody that could be our next world changer? We've had 3 of the 12 so far in our campaign, 12 in honor of the disciples, of course, who were world changers. Could you be one of the remaining 9 right now? One of the remaining 9. You could do that right now. But many of us, I know we'd like to, but for the majority of us, 2 kids, 3 kids, 5 kids, that's right in the wheelhouse of what friends are doing all week long. So tell you what the need is. We've got just a few seconds left before we have to break. So I want to give you the number again. 24 children gets us to 400, guys. 866-806-2977. 866-806-2977. Kath, they can also give on the web right now.
Okay, that's wordfm.com. Wordfm.com. Look for the banner at the top of the page. All right, Christy, go ahead and hit that button. We're going to take a break. When we come back, Tom, I want to ask you about some of the kids who come to the centers who are special needs and what Cross International can do for them. It's on my mind today. So come back. Much more to come on today's edition of The Ride Home.
This is Kathy Emmons. John and I are grateful for the encouragement we have from all of our advertisers, and especially our friends at Grove City College. Thanks to everyone at Grove City for supporting The Ride Home.
Towels just don't seem to dry you anymore. They feel soft and luxurious at the store, but then you get them home and they don't absorb. Well, Mike Lindell at MyPillow found out that about 2006 towels changed forever. They started importing them, and they added softeners and other things to the cotton that made them feel really good, but they didn't work. He found the best towel company right here in the USA. They have proprietary technology to create towels that feel soft but actually work. They're all made with USA cotton, and they come with a MyPillow 60-day money-back guarantee. A 6-piece set, 2 bath, 2 hand towels, and 2 washcloths made with USA cotton, regularly $109.99, now just $39.99. Just go to MyPillow.com, click on the new radio listener specials, get deep discounts on all MyPillow products, including the towels. Enter promo code WORD or call 800-391-0954. But right now, MyPillow.com, promo code is WORD.
We all know healthcare costs are through the roof, but having insurance to back you up in uncertain times provides a sense of security to us, right? I'm Kathy Emmons, and about a year ago, I lost my sense of security when I lost my health insurance. It was a sudden thing, a COVID-era adjustment they had to make, my husband's employer said. But all of a sudden, after decades of being covered by the same people, I was on my own. But it turns out, not on my own. You know I've advertised for Todd Marley at Marley Financial for years now. I've loved the sound of what they offer to individuals and small businesses, but all at once I had to depend on them for my own health insurance. And wow, have they come through. From Todd, who took the time to explain all the options, to Carrie, who has walked through literally every bit of paperwork I've had, Marley Financial has been there for me. So if you're looking for a group of people who will be there for you, think Marley Financial. Find them online, marleyfg.com, or at 724-884-1496.
For victims of drunk and drug driving, our grief is unique. But you are not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Call our 24-hour victim helpline at 877-MAD-HELP or visit mad.org.
101.5 WORD-FM Pittsburgh. On your smart speaker by saying, play the word Pittsburgh. And on your phone via the Word FM mobile app, iHeart, TuneIn, and Odyssey.
Really? And skip. And skip. You can skip songs, but don't skip the doctor's office. Talk to your preteen's doctor about how to safely come in for their well visits and recommended vaccines. Really? And skip.
A public service announcement from Vaccinate Your Family in collaboration with Merck.
Partly cloudy skies for tonight. It'll be bitterly cold. Limited outdoor activity is recommended. We'll see a low of 5. For tomorrow, it'll be frigid with sunshine and a few clouds and a high of 18. Clear and frigid tomorrow night with a low of 0. Saturday will start off the weekend with mostly sunny skies. Expect a high Saturday of 25. With your AccuWeather forecast, I'm forecaster Drew Shannon.
One in 5 kids under 5 are not growing well due to malnutrition in Latin America and the Caribbean. It's a problem that has a lot of issues related to it. It has a lot of origin. But today we're coming to you and we're saying, okay, so we can't solve all of those problems, all of the things that contributed to the start of this, but can we step in? Can we be a balm right now? Can we make a difference to kid today? $64 provides a one-time gift through Cross International and their unbelievably dedicated partners. It provides food and spiritual development, Christian education for a kid. So would you call? Would you give? Would you think about something beyond the frigid confines of Western Pennsylvania and Wichita, Kansas, where my friend Tom is right now, and think, gosh, what could I do today to make a difference for a kid? The phone number is 866-806-2977. That's 866-806-2977. Or, of course, you can give at wordfm.com online. Click the banner at the top of the page. Tom, my husband teaches special needs kids, and so it's something that's been part of our family for a long time.
Sure.
And when I think about the things that are available for the families of special needs kids here, it's really great because it helps. It doesn't fix everything. It doesn't take away the issues, but it's wonderful to feel like you have some support. When I went to Latin America a few years ago, all I could think of is there's no support here. There just isn't. So talk about Cross, talk about how they deal with special needs kids and their families.
That's such a great question. Guys, the heart of Cross International is to care for all children, of course. And a lot of times, and Kathy, you know this, in these cultures, special needs children are looked down on. And like there's something wrong with them. They're demon possessed or, there's some issue, right? And often, guys, I know it's going to sound shocking, happens every day, kids are thrown away like garbage. And our partners, on the other hand, build facilities to care for special needs children, to bring them in and love them when no one else wants them. We've got partners that have special needs facilities filled with children who will never walk and never talk. And you know what got them there? Malnutrition. In fact, I want you to hear from Carlos Vargas as he shares just real quick the impact of malnutrition. Here he is.
It's a big percentage that will become normal again, but it's at least 10% will have problems for the rest of their life. Some of them will be crippled. We have a special need building full of kids that will never walk, will never talk. Malnutrition got them to a point irreversible.
Yes, irreversible in many cases. And guys, listen, in their culture, these kids are left to die. But our partners bring them in and love them and teach them about Jesus and are gentle with them and feed them. And it's just amazing. And the transformation is just awesome. Sure, they'll likely never walk and they'll likely never talk. But you know what they do have? They have a smile. They know somebody loves them. So those are some of the children you're helping. They need malnutrition. I mean, they need food too, nutrition, I should say. So thank you for your gift at 866-806-2977. Know it's helping children of all kinds and types. 866-806-2977. Kath, still looking for a lot of friends. Do want to say thanks real quick to Joseph. And Joseph gave a gift there from East Liverpool. So thank you. So we're
Ohio
23 kiddos away. Yeah, 23 now to 400.
Wonder if he's a Bengals fan. You think he is, Tom?
I don't know. We can
I
ask
bet he
him.
is. Listen, I might be a Bengals fan coming this weekend. That's how sad things are.
You're not
Anyway,
going
we're
to
going to
defect,
take a...
are you?
Listen, I'm not defecting. I mean, I don't have a team right now, Tom. Okay,
You got to pick one. Pick the Chiefs.
Looking
Come
for
on,
somebody to
Kath.
root for goodness sake.
There's always
all
the
right.
Chiefs. Hello.
Get out of here. I'm not rooting for the Chiefs.
All right.
The origin of our demise. Not saying yay Chiefs. Forget it. Okay, we need to take a break. When we come back, more conversation about Latin America, more conversation about how we can help. And it is the Get Your Mittens On edition. They're at home.
WORD, the station with Pittsburgh's favorite Christian music every weekend.
With the best new music.
New
I Am Yours. New music from Need to Breathe. Heart of the Father from Ryan Ellis.
To the heart of the Father.
Egypt from Corey Asbury. The best new music and Pittsburgh's favorites. Brought to you by United Faith Mortgage.
101.5 WORD. On the weekend.
My son is in the second grade at our local public school, and yet somehow he gets to attend a Bible class during his school day because of LifeWise Academy.
We're seeing public school students from urban, rural, and suburban communities who have never heard the basic stories of how Jesus came to rescue us.
Hey, Word FM listeners. I'm Joel Penton, founder of LifeWise Academy, and we bring Bible education to public school students during the school day. Believe it or not, in 1952, the Supreme Court ruled that students can actually be released from public school during school hours to receive religious instruction. However, almost no one knows it's possible. LifeWise Academy provides the structure and tools for local communities to put to work. This program is taking off nationwide, and our kids' futures are being changed. Would you consider leading the charge to start a LifeWise in your neighborhood school? The first step is to voice your support at lifewiseacademy.org.
Thinking about life insurance? What if you could make one free phone call and learn your best price from nearly a dozen highly rated price-competitive companies? Well, that's exactly what happens when you call SelectQuote Life. For example, George is 40. He was getting sky-high quotes from other companies because he takes meds to control his blood pressure. But when I shopped around, I found him a 10-year, $500,000 policy for under $25 a month. I'm SelectQuote agent Dan Savino. And believe me, if SelectQuote isn't shopping for your life insurance, you're probably paying too much.
For a free quote, call 800-523-3771. That's 800-523-3771. 800-523-3771. Or go to SelectQuote.com. Since 1985, we shop, you save.
Get full details on the example policy at SelectQuote.com/commercials. Or price could vary depending on your health, issuing company, and other factors. Not available in all states.
At the Original Mattress Factory, we pride ourselves on providing the best value for your dollar. We hand build our mattresses with the highest quality materials and offer them factory direct, which means you get a better quality mattress at a better price compared to mainstream brands. Our values are also at the core of who we are as a company. We strive for honesty and transparency at every step of the way, so you can feel good about your purchase. Visit an OMF location today to experience the Original Mattress Factory difference for yourself.
Standing in the gap today for kids in Latin America. Haiti, Guatemala, Nicaragua, kids that are in need and who are known and helped by our friends at Cross International and their great partners. Our good friend Tom Lewis is on Zoom with us. If you want to watch the show, you can do that. The Ride Home is streaming live at YouTube at The Word Pittsburgh. But Tom is, as John always calls him, the eyes and ears of Cross International. He knows what's going on. He's traveled all over the world with Cross, and he comes to bring us all sorts of stories. But before we do any of that, I understand we have some people to thank, Tom.
We sure do. I want to, first of all, share this friend's comment and prayer request, prayer for this great country, the United States. Amen. That we come back to God in our schools and in all public spaces. Amen to that. Kim, thank you for giving a gift for 24 children.
Wow.
And that gets us, Kathy, to 400 children rescued so far. Thank you. God bless you.
That is fabulous.
So God bless you, Kim and Jean Marie and Mary and Jean, all in the last little bit. Also Joseph, Linda, and Dawn, and let's see who else. Laura jumped in there. So we are right now at 400 kids rescued. God bless you guys. Let me give you the number. Keep calling, keep giving. I believe with all of my heart we can get all 500, but let's get it going. Let's get it going. Who's going to be next? By the way, Kim, thank you for becoming our 4th world changer in our campaign this week. Looking for those remaining 8. And some of you listening say, all right, tell me, how do I become a world changer? It's a gift for 16 children. It's a $1,000 gift or more, whatever God lays on your heart. All right? I've got 8 of you that are missing. And I'm just going to ask you to prayerfully consider it. 866-806-2977. 866-806-2977. One more time, 866-806-2977. We'll go slow, and I know we go a little fast. We'll give you the number slow. Hey, by the way, wordfm.com, the Cross International banner's right there. Click it, and you can make a secure gift. And by the way, we have had wonderful comments and gift dedications today. So just earlier, we had a gentleman that gave in honor of his wife who had passed away for a dozen children. So I don't know what it is you can do, but God does. And God's laying that on your heart, so just be obedient. 866-806-2977. Hey, Kath, as you know, we have great partners all over the world, and I've had the honor of meeting many of them. And they do the really tough stuff. You know, they slug it out, right? And I've got to share the story of Nika. This is one of the most impactful stories, I think, over all the years that I've been with Cross, which has been 20, by the way. This one is one of the most impactful. A medical nurse actually shared the story with me. There in Haiti, she was on her way to her clinic, and she was walking by this garbage dump. She said, I didn't think much about it. She goes, honestly, I pass this dump to and from the clinic every day. For 10 years, guys, she walked by this dump to and from the clinic, all right? And she said it was one particular morning, it was really unusual. God stopped me in my tracks and said to me, go in. And she's like, what? Hello, I'm clean. I'm going to the clinic. And you want me to walk into a garbage dump? She said that you know how it is. It's not the audible voice, but you just feel that urgency. The Holy Spirit is really tugging at your heart. She walks in, guys, and listen to what happened. She began to pray, Lord, what is it? She suddenly discovered by moving some trash a little girl that had been thrown away. A newborn girl. She said maybe 2 weeks, but probably not. 2 weeks old. Can you imagine? A little baby thrown away. She rescues her up and runs the rest of the way to her clinic. And they were able to save her life. Her name is Nika. Nika's alive today because of what that nurse did that day. She listened to the voice of God. I've got a picture with her, and she is adorable. I mean, she's a poster child for anybody. I mean, so cute. And this nurse said to me, she goes, Tommy, she's spoiled rotten. I got to just tell you, we spoiled her rotten. And I went, good. I'm so happy you did. Yeah, just a beautiful little child. And guys, you know what? Today, she's thriving. Why? Because that nurse that day listened to the voice of God and didn't just walk by saying, I'm too busy. No, Lord, you're not speaking to me. You're not asking me to do anything. I've got stuff I got to do at the clinic. She listened to the voice of God, and because she did, Nika is alive today. And, of course, that's our challenge, guys. Mm-hmm. Our challenge is that in our life, we're busy. Trust me, I know. I'm a dad. I'm a grandpa. And we get busy. And sometimes we just got to literally intentionally stop and say, Lord, what are you speaking to my heart? And I think that moment is right now. That if you're listening to Word FM, and we thank you for doing that, by the way, we thank you for your loyalty to this radio ministry and the many, many ministries on this station. We thank you for that. But if you're listening, would you stop and just say, Lord, what would you have me do? What would you have me do? How many children would you have me rescue? Maybe you're the next one to give for 100 kiddos. I don't know. Maybe there's somebody listening who say, you know what, you guys need 100? I'll take care of 50 of them right now with a $3,200 gift. Maybe you're there. So here's the number. It's 866-806-2977. 866-806-2977. One more time. Before I do, you can use your credit card. If you're like me on occasion, I still like to mail something that's called a check. I know. What? I know. Some of you are like, what is that? Yeah, I know. It's paper, and it's you write on it, you know. I still mail a check to Cross every now and then. I honestly do. So if you want to do that, just let the operator know, hey, mark mine as a pledge, and I'll mail in a check. You can do that. So here's the number. It's 866-806-2977, or Kathy right there on the website, wordfm.com.
Tom, we have maybe, 3 minutes or so. And I'm glad we do, because I've been looking for a little chunk of time where I can ask you this question. You know, you've been in Haiti, you spent a lot of time there in Guatemala, Latin America, and you're seeing the real thing, and you're relating the stories to us, but you were actually there. Mm-hmm. And so I just want to know from you, how do you battle a sense of hopelessness? How do you battle that sense of being overwhelmed? How do you stay focused on the task?
Kath, what a great question. Early in my time with Cross, and this happened, and I've seen it happen to many, many adults that go with us. When you go and you see the hopelessness in the children, and the hopelessness in a village that doesn't have a clean water source, or the hopelessness of kids that are standing outside a Christian schoolyard gate and fence that want in so bad, and they can't get in because there's no money for them. There's no way for them to go to school with the requirements that the country has on children. You get discouraged, and I got to be honest with you. There were times when all of us were just crying. And I said to Carlos one time, I said, buddy, I don't know how you do it, because I said, as many times as I've come, we've seen children and the incredible hopelessness that they have, and we lose it. And you know what he said, Kath, and this is so important, and everybody get this. He said something so powerful. I said, how did you keep from crying all the time? How do you guys keep from being emotional when you find these children and their desperation? And he said, here's the thing. We figured out pretty quick that we can either cry about it or we can do something about it. And I said, but then he looked at me, Kath, and he said, but it's okay to cry. Tommy, it's all right. He said, we do. But then you got to decide, what are you going to do about it? And guys, that's where we're at today. Some of these stories are heartbreaking, yes, but the question is, what are we going to do about it? And it's so easy and so fixable. Guys, there's a solution. And it starts with malnutrition and feeding children that are malnourished, and we can feed them over the next year. And then we get Christian education. We get them into schools like Divine Shelter Christian Schools, outstanding partners in Latin America, teaching academics at a very high level, but the gospel is a priority. I mean, that's how children thrive. So, yes, you may have shed tears this week as we share these stories, but now we've got to decide what we're going to do about it. So would you pick up your phone and call us at Cross, 866-806-2977. 866-806-2977. One more time, 866-806-2977. Kath, officially we're at 400 kids rescued. Let's get to 500 as quick as we can.
Let's do it. What are we going to do about it? That is the question. 866-806-2977 or online at wordfm.com. We need to step away. When we come back, we're going to find out where we are. We're making a ton of progress thanks to you. Stay with us. The Ride Home with John and Kathy.
Cash Call Mortgage is a DBA of Impact Mortgage Corp. NMLS ID 128231. Not all applicants will qualify. Equal housing lender. Licensed by California Department of Financial Protection and Innovation. Residential Mortgage Lending Act license number 4131083. Not licensed in all states, including New York. Call 855-657-9910 for licensing terms and restrictions. Or visit cashcallmortgage.com.
Are you being denied a home loan or refi because you're a 1099 employee, self-employed, or a real estate investor? It can be frustrating, but it doesn't have to be, thanks to Cash Call Mortgage. At Cash Call Mortgage, we'll take the time to understand you and your income flow. Using 1099 income, rental income, and bank statements, you could qualify for a home mortgage or refi at a lower rate. So if you're being turned down for a home loan or refi because you're self-employed, a 1099 earner, or a real estate investor, instead of hearing denied, you could be hearing approved. To see if you qualify, visit cashcallmortgage.com or call now, 800-931-6651. That's 800-931-6651. 800-931-6651.
So I invested in one of those fancy new exercise bikes. Without a doubt, a very special tool to help me get healthier. The problem is 3 days go by, then 4, and I've done nothing. And then it's night 5, and I'm sitting at the kitchen table, and I look down at myself, and I can't help but just laugh. Because there I am, wearing the exercise t-shirt that came with the bike, and I'm eating 2 corn dogs. And I think we'd all agree, the special tool only matters if we use it to our benefit. At United Faith Mortgage, we believe we have an advantageous tool for you. Our mortgage team is an arm of a bigger company who is a direct lender, which means our company gets to use its own money and make its own decisions. There's no middleman, and often this allows us to get you a better rate on your refinance or new home purchase, which can save you monthly and lifelong money. We are United Faith Mortgage.
United Faith Mortgage is a DBA of United Mortgage Corp. 25 Middle Park Road, Melville, New York. Licensed mortgage banker. For all licensing information, go to nmlsconsumeraccess.org. Corporate NMLS number 1330. Equal housing lender. Licensed in Alaska, Hawaii, Georgia, Massachusetts, North Dakota, South Dakota, or Utah.
At the Original Mattress Factory, we know that a middleman adds little actual value. Unfortunately, most mainstream mattress brands sell their products through a retailer. This only adds more cost that gets passed along to the customer. At OMF, we choose to eliminate the middleman and sell directly to you. This factory direct approach allows you to buy a great product at the lowest price possible. No middleman markups here. Visit an OMF location today to see the Original Mattress Factory difference for yourself.
This is Greg Trzynski from the Original Mattress Factory. Does it seem like your dollar doesn't go as far as it used to? Instead of raising prices, some companies will cut on quality and quantity to save on costs. Mainstream mattress brands opt for cheaper, lower quality materials in their mattresses. At OMF, we believe you deserve the best. So we hand build our mattresses and box springs, always using only the highest quality materials. Visit one of our stores today to see the Original Mattress Factory difference for yourself.
You guys, we're doing it. We are making progress. This has been a terrific hour on the ride home today. Cannot thank you enough. And we're moving slowly, steadily, faithfully toward our goal. Tom Lewis is with me from Cross International. John Hall taking a day off. Tom, tell us where we are.
All right. Officially, Kath, we are 404 children along the way. On the nosy, thanks to Drew. God bless you. Thank you in Pittsburgh. Kim, thank you again for your gift for 24 children. Jacqueline in Beaver Falls said, hey, you know what? I'll take you up on that, Tom Lewis. I'll make my pledge and send in a check. I love you. Thank you, Jacqueline. That's 2 more children. Joseph, again, thank you. In East Liverpool for your gift. All up to date, 404 kids. Hey, 96 kids is all that's left. Is there some champions for 5 and 10 children? Is there someone right now, listen, that would take half and give a gift for 50 children, a $3,200 gift? I know it's not for everybody, but there's somebody who's been listening all week long, and God has been prompting your heart about this. And you could step up, and God has blessed you. In fact, maybe you're already looking at your taxes saying, maybe could have given a little more last year. Maybe that's you. The number, 866-806-2977. Your gift's tax deductible, of course, with Cross International. Guys, listen, one of the things I love so much about this ministry is their financial integrity and their stewardship, with more than 95% of your gift going to the program. That's powerful. That is powerful use of your God-given resources. With just a minute or a minute and a half left. 96 kids ago. How quickly could we finish the work and get to all 500 kiddos? 866-806-2977. 866-806-2977. As Kath mentioned, it's just a quick call, a couple of minutes on and off the phone. Or it's even quicker, Kath. You can transform lives with a click of the mouse and just, fill out the information and boom, children are saved. It's that easy, So we're looking for your help right now as we wind up the hour. How many can we rescue, Kathy, before we get to the top of the hour?
Well, I'm excited because I had a goal in my head of 400 kids, and we've already surpassed that. And so now I'm just thrilled because now we're getting really close to our actual goal for the whole campaign.
Yes.
And I feel like it's possible. I feel like it's possible for us to do it by 5 o'clock. Listen, thank you so much, all of you, for being along for today's ride home. John's taking a day off, taking his son back to college, but so happy that you joined me and Tom and Christy today as we're united, walking step by step different for kids in Latin America today. Cross International has been such a faithful partner of Word FM for so many years, and you all have been such faithful partners of ours. So let me say thank you, and let me assure you, it's going to be a super fun 5 o'clock hour, so stay close. It's the Salt Your Driveway edition of The Ride Home.
Listen on your smart speaker at wordfm.com, the Word FM app, iHeart, TuneIn, and on Odyssey. In your car or at home, too, at 101.5 WORD FM, Pittsburgh.
With SRN News, I'm John Scott. The White House is clarifying President Biden's press conference statement about Russia and Ukraine.
The president asserted that Russia will be held accountable if it invades Ukraine. But then he said this.
It depends on what it does. It's one thing if it's a minor incursion and then we end up having a fight about what to do and not do, etc.
Afterwards, Press Secretary Jen Psaki issued a statement trying to clean up the president's minor incursion comment. She said, if any Russian military forces move across the Ukrainian border, that's a renewed invasion, and it will be met with a swift, severe, and united response. Greg Clugston, the White House.
The Carolinas and Virginia bracing for more winter weather, which forecasters predict will arrive as mixed precipitation followed by a round of snow on Friday night into Saturday. The Dow is up 138 points, the Nasdaq ahead 67. This is SRN News.
You know what you could do? You could put in a massive swimming pool in your basement and fill it with Skittles. Ah, Skittles. There'd be a big light up slide. And you could slide headfirst into Skittle heaven.
Hey, it's Ryan from United Faith Mortgage. And maybe never in the history of time have we had a moment where home values have skyrocketed this much while interest rates have dropped this much. And what that has brought into play for now, for so many Word FM listeners, is the cash out refinance loan. Some listeners are using that newfound equity or money to pay off debt or to do some very cool home upgrades at a time where our homes might continue to be more and more important. But hey, a Skittle paradise could also be cool. If you're curious about your options, we are United Faith Mortgage.
We pay your appraisal fees, up to $500. That's out-of-pocket money. Nice.
United Mortgage Corp, Melville, New York. MLS number 1330. Department of Banking. Mortgage Lender License number 22672.
If you're in the market for metal roofing, siding, and garage doors, Kaufman Metals in Bedford can meet your expectations with friendly professional service. Their equipment is right up to date with the newest technology and ready to produce your standard and customized metal panels and trims to your exact specifications for any project with the fastest turnaround in the industry. Plus, Kaufman Metals offers complete do-it-yourself building packages, included with computer-generated drawings. Kaufman Metals also provides sales and service for CHI residential and commercial garage doors. They deliver any order, large or small, to any place with full-service rollback trucks and trailers with a Moffett forklift to set building packages conveniently close to your project. And just so you know, they offer contractors discounts as well. Visit KaufmanMetals.com or call 814-623-6044 or stop in at 6146 Lincoln Highway, Bedford, PA.
Year after year, it's the same routine. Drop off the taxes, pick up the taxes, leave a check. Maybe it's time to work with a business CPA who is less transactional and more relational. From Mike Radich and the team at MGR CPA and Consultants, it's about more than crunching the numbers. It's about getting the advice you need for complex tax issues and business solutions. It's just a better return. MGR CPA and Consultants. Honesty, integrity, always. At mgrcpa.com.
You probably wouldn't leave thousands of dollars on the table at a diner. Why leave thousands on the table with your tax return? Jackson Hewitt will help make sure you don't. This year, there are thousands of dollars worth of new tax credits. Your Jackson Hewitt Tax Pro will help you track down every last one, so you get your biggest refund guaranteed. Don't leave thousands on the table this year. Discover thousands of dollars in tax credits instead.
Check, please.
Learn more at jacksonhewitt.com.
Partly cloudy skies for tonight. It'll be bitterly cold. Limited outdoor activity is recommended. We'll see a low of 5. For tomorrow, it'll be frigid with sunshine and a few clouds and a high of 18. Clear and frigid tomorrow night with a low of 0. Saturday will start off the weekend with mostly sunny skies. Expect a high Saturday of 25. With your AccuWeather forecast, I'm forecaster Drew Shannon.
The following program is sponsored by Cross International. Welcome to another edition of The Ride Home with John and Kathy, live from the Salem-Pittsburgh studios. And now here are your hosts, John Hall and Kathy Emmons.
Welcome in. So happy to have you along for this super cold Thursday in Pittsburgh. I am telling you what, I called it the deep freeze edition of The Ride Home, and I meant it. I just had to step outside. I'm broadcasting via Zoom from my house because I've got a COVID alert in my family, and we're waiting to get our PCR test back. And so we're, staying hunkered down so we don't get anybody else sick. Anyway, I stepped outside my front door just now to grab something, and it is rough out there. I want you to know it is serious. So stay inside, grab a cup of tea or coffee, whatever it is that you do, and stay with us for the next hour because we are inviting you onto a moving train. Tom, we have made some serious progress since the show started at 4 o'clock. We are talking about 1 in 2 kids living in malnutrition in Latin America, 1 in 2. I mean, yes. The numbers are staggering, but instead of being paralyzed by the numbers, we're being inspired by the numbers. We're looking at it, we're saying, you know what? We're not going to be overwhelmed by the size of the task. We're going to take 1 kid at a time, and we're going to make a difference for that kid today. Tom, so many people have stepped alongside us today. It's an absolute thrill to be here. I can't wait to see what's going to develop over the next hour. So, Tom, give us the update.
Well, I love the community of Beaver Falls. They just checked in, and I want to say thanks to Jacqueline. Thank you. 2 more children, and she gave by check. I know. It's shocking. Kathleen, thank you in Pittsburgh, and she gave by check. These are all my groupies now that are coming through saying, "Hey, I like the idea of giving a pledge and mailing a check." Thank you, Kathleen. Teresa did the same thing in Ambridge. She said, "I'm in. I want to help a child, and I'm going to mail my check." Love you guys. Thank you. Lynn, God bless you in Butler, gave her gift for 3 kids, and she said, "I want to round it up to just an even $200. Is that okay?" Yes, you sure can, Lynn. God bless you. Doris, thank you in Pittsburgh. Again, a $64 gift, feeding and rescuing and saving the life of a beautiful, beautiful child. Drew, thank you in Pittsburgh again. All right, update. We have 410 children now rescued. So that leaves us, Kath, with 90.
Amazing
Check
number.
my math. I know it's not the new math, all right? It's not the new math, but I think it's 90 to go to get us to 500, right?
That sounds like good math.
Good math. It's not new math, but it's math.
Right, it's good math.
Well, I've got to give you the number, guys. I want to share a quick story, and Kathy, no, I've got lots of stories. I mean, we could tell stories all night. But here's the thing. We've got to take action. So let me give you the phone line. Here's the number. Here's a way that you can help. $64 gift for each child provides food for a full year, Christian education, spiritual development, some other life-saving resources they need desperately, especially in our remote communities. So, guys, $64 one-time gift does it, one and done. So 5 children, $310 or $320. Almost messed up my math there, Kath. 10 children, $640. That one was easy. 20 children, $1,280. And you can go up from there. We had one friend this week. In fact, late this morning, a dear friend of our ministry who said, "I want to give for 100 children." Wouldn't that be exciting to get us up and over? Maybe somebody say, "Hey, you guys got 90 to go, I'll take half." I'll take 45 of them.
Wow.
Here's the number. It's 866-806-2977. Final hour, final push. Here we go. Fourth quarter. Maybe I better not talk about it like that, Kath, with the whole Steeler thing. That was.
Oh, see, you had to bring it up.
Kind of
had to bring it up. Tom Lewis joining us
lightly. I brought
Listen,
it.
Tom Lewis
lightly.
joining us from Wichita, Kansas. He's a Kansas
Where
City fan. It's all
everyone
I can
is
do.
a Kansas
it's
City.
all I can do to remember all the things about him I do like. Believe me.
I know. We were even texting before the game.
Yeah, I know.
Come clean.
And
We root for each other, kinda.
Yeah, that's right. That's what we do. Sometimes it's the best we can do, Tom, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Let's root for the kiddos, though. Let's root for the kids.
Exactly.
So 866-806-2977, 866-806-2977. Hey, Kath, I was thinking, I know this is a shorter segment, but I was thinking about the fact that, often on our campaigns, people hear us talking about food. Well, food is one of the most critical things we can do first. In fact, I want you to hear from our president of Cross International. His name is Kelly Miller. And Kelly is going to address this issue of food and why we prioritize that first. Here he is.
When we meet their physical needs, it really opens up the heart and mind. Say, well, why? Why have you done this? Why are you here? And that's what opens up the door to share about God's love and God's truth and God's reality in people's lives. And there's such an opportunity for connectedness there. And I've seen that so many times around the world where instead of coming in from a verbal standpoint first, you're coming in with actions. And people see actions first and they respond to that. And then they're open to God's love and God's word.
So that's what we do, Kath, and that's why we do it, right? People respond to action, right? I mean, when you have a friend that loses a loved one and you go knock on their door, or you have a friend that loses a member of their family and you go knock on their door and you take food to them, or you take flowers, or you go serve them some way, actions do what? Speak louder than words, right? Actions speak louder than words. And as I read my Bible, Kath, it's so clear. It's so clear and written in there so clearly for all of us as Christians and Christ followers that faith without what? Without
Works.
what? Works. Is dead. Is dead. And so we're going to ask you to join us and take action to rescue these little ones who have no one to stand up for them, guys. 866-806-2977, 90 to go, 90. And we've got time. So take your time, be careful on the cell phone or maybe on the web, you can give your gift there. But 90 kiddos, Kath, and I think we can do this.
Yeah, I think we can too. Listen, we've got about 50 minutes, and it's a ton of time to do what we know that we should do. And that is all the stuff that we've been thinking about or praying about or considering over the last 2 days. This is Tom's last day with us on the ride home. John Hall is off. He's taking his kid back to school today. He said before he left, he and I talked on the phone, and he said, listen, I think we can bring this home today with Cross International for the kids. And I said, I think we can too. And that was at 10 a.m. this morning. So if he knew how close we were, he would really be saying, look, people, like, move forward. Just keep, as I said, jump on the moving train. The phone number is 866-806-2977, 866-806-2977. Listen, when you look in the eyes of these kids, which I've done, you think to yourself, whatever I have to offer, I guarantee you is not enough. I know it's not enough, but we serve a really big God who has incredible plans for those who love him and are called according to his purpose. And so we are faithful, we are obedient, and we step out and we say yes to this kid for today. 866-806-2977. Christy, hit that button, because when we come back, we have a lot more stories to share. Tom Lewis with me from Wichita, Kansas. I am at my house in the North Hills, Pennsylvania. Christy Hyatt, Top Parkway Center. All of us gathered together for the kids across International. We'll be right back.
101.5 Word FM, WORD.
This week on A New Beginning, Pastor Greg Laurie brings more of our most requested studies of the past year. We'll gain good inspiration from the life of Noah. And also, Pastor Greg shows us how to reach out appropriately to those who've lost loved ones. It's an important week on A New Beginning with Pastor Greg Laurie.
A New Beginning with Greg Laurie, weekday mornings at 10:30 on WORD.
Turkey and stuffing, real mashed potatoes, sliced top round, Aunt Emma's broccoli casserole, chicken and gravy over buttermilk biscuits. Am I making you hungry yet? Hi, it's me, Marcia from the Spring House. Do you have a special event coming up in your life? A shower, a wedding, graduation party, company party, anniversary event, or any occasion where you'd love to serve all-natural, farm-fresh foods? Then it's time to give the Spring House Catering Department a call at 724-228-3339. From your first conversation with Dawn, who will help you create a menu that's unique to you, to the beautiful, bounteous setup and display that my sister Jill and her crew create, you will be delighted. After every catering event, Jill tells our cooks, I wish I could take you with me so you could hear all the wonderful comments guests give us. Give us a call at 724-228-3339 or check out our extensive menu at springhousemarket.com for farm fresh catering from the Spring House.
Towels just don't seem to dry you anymore. They feel soft and luxurious at the store, but then you get them home and they don't absorb. Well, Mike Lindell at MyPillow found out that about 2006, towels changed forever. They started importing them, and they added softeners and other things to the cotton that made them feel really good, but they didn't work. He found the best towel company right here in the USA. They have proprietary technology to create towels that feel soft but actually work. They're all made with USA cotton, and they come with a MyPillow 60-day money-back guarantee. A 6-piece set, 2 bath, 2 hand towels, and 2 washcloths made with USA cotton, regularly $109.99, now just $39.99. Just go to MyPillow.com, click on the new radio listener specials, get deep discounts on all MyPillow products, including the towels. Enter promo code WORD or call 800-391-0954. But right now, MyPillow.com, promo code is WORD.
Is something missing in your life? There might just be an empty space that only Jesus Christ can fill. Join us for what God is doing at First Presbyterian Church of Pittsburgh, 320 6th Avenue, downtown. By the way, getting here for Sunday worship at 10:45 isn't so hard. Parking is available at the Mellon Square Garage or the garages on Oliver Avenue behind the church. Come for worship, then stay and get to know downtown. God has blessed us to bless this great city.
I'm from Connecticut, and I've lived in Haiti for 19 years. So I know what it's like to be here, and I know what it's like to be there. If you're poor in America, it's tough, but you can find help. There are ways to not die, I think, for the most part, that I've lived through. I was a nurse in a soup kitchen, and I was a nurse in hospitals. And in Haiti, if you're poor and you can't get what you need, there is nothing, and you die. An hour and a half from Miami, children are starving, and it just can't go on. God's watching this, and we have to do something. To whom much is given, much is expected.
I love the passion in Betty's voice. I love the fact that she lived here in the United States. She now lives in Haiti, and she knows. She knows how blessed we are in this country, and if you need help, you can get it for the most part in our country, right? But for these children who suffer from malnutrition and other medical issues, waterborne disease, and so many things, guys, there are no first responders for these kids. None. Mm-hmm. And we lose many of them. I'm just going to tell you straight. But our prayer this year at Cross International is to rescue and save more children than ever. And the only way we can do it is with friends and partners like you, our Word FM family. I want to say thank you, Kath, to our 5th World Changer.
Yeah.
Just checked in. And this friend is from Baden. I think I'm saying your community right.
Yep.
Linda, thank you, thank you, thank you. Giving in honor of her late granddaughter, Amber. Giving in honor of her late granddaughter, Amber. Linda, thank you for your $1,000 gift. That's 16 beautiful children.
Wow.
And thank you for that beautiful memorial gift. Wow. Thank you, Linda.
Oh.
That gets us to, are you ready for an update?
I'm ready
for the
it.
official update, Kath?
Yep.
We now have 426 kiddos.
Oh.
426 guys.
On our way to 500.
74 kids from 500. Oh, my goodness. This is getting exciting. Oh, my goodness. I'm thinking about, right now, guys, listen, this is crazy. We still need 7 world changers. Linda, thank you. And others, all of you giving whatever gift you can, because it takes us all, right? It takes some of us giving for 1 and 2 kiddos, and some giving for 3, and families of 5. In fact, I'm going to share a story about a family of 5 in just a moment. But what is it you can do? Because officially, I don't know, Kath, in the program, we've got, 40 or so minutes left in the broadcast? So, guys, 74 to go. How many of those would the Lord lead you and guide you to rescue and to lift up? Because I think every time I go on one of these trips, it doesn't matter, honestly, if it's to Haiti, Guatemala, or I go into Africa, there into Malawi, Zambia, Uganda. It doesn't matter where I go. I see the same thing. You know what it is? Hopelessness, starvation, frustration, sometimes anger, desperation. You see it all. And guys, I will tell you, the one thing, though, that is so powerful is when you see a child that appears to be hopeless, the smile that comes on their face when you put a bowl of food, rice and beans, in front of them, how grateful they are. Mm-hmm. Wow, their countenance changes. And my friend, today, as you give that gift to Cross International, listen, you are putting a bowl of food in front of them for the next year. For the next year. So let's flood the phone lines at 866-806-2977. 866-806-2977. I've got a story about a family of 5. I'm going to share it. 866-806-2977. Now, we've had a number of you giving on the web, Kath, is what I was going to suggest. If you are at a place where you can give on the web, you can do that as well at wordfm.com, the Cross International banner.
I wanted to break in quick before your story, Tom, just because I wanted to say that if they don't, the kids that you were just talking about, how their countenance changes when you give them food, as all of ours would, right? I mean, our countenance changes. We have no food insecurity in this household, and yet when we're presented with food, our countenance changes. So that's a human quality, right? But here's the thing I wanted to say, is if you don't present them with the food, they don't care what you believe in. They don't care who you say your God is. They don't care how great you say your heart is or how much hope there is for their future or whatever. Whatever our theology or our perspective or our words are, fall on deaf ears if they're not accompanied by action. That is just the way it is. Tom, am I lying? I mean, you've seen it yourself. Absolutely. I've seen it myself.
And we often share this on this broadcast, Kath, that an empty stomach has no ears. And which is a very famous quote in these underdeveloped nations, that empty stomachs have no ears. You know, you put a bowl of rice and beans with healthy, nutritious vegetables in it in front of me, maybe a little piece of chicken in there, then I'm all ears, right? Mm-hmm. I'm ready to listen. Right. I want to hear about your Jesus. So I'm going to give you the number. The story's coming, 866-806-2977. Last check. 74 to go to get to 500. 866-806-2977. All right? To tell you how good God is, because we always give him praise first. Always. Yeah. Last night when we left the air, we had 192 children rescued.
How about that, Tom?
192. Yeah.
What a great day this has been.
And guys, listen, we sit right now at 426 children rescued. Praise God. That's how good God is. Help us finish the work. Here's the number again, 866-806-2977. All right. We have been to so many countries of the world, and guys, I see something everywhere. And Kath, you know this. I've shared it, and I know you've seen it also, You and John have been with us. You've traveled. And the thing that you see everywhere you go are these massive garbage dumps, and they're always on fire, right? There's smoke everywhere. There's hot ash, and it's blowing around. And in the middle of it are children. There they are. You can see them through the smoke. They're sifting through the garbage with a stick that they found. They're pushing this can to the side. They're pushing that rock or that piece of whatever so they can find any morsel of food anywhere to be able to eat that day. And so a friend of mine from Elkhart, Indiana, said, Tommy, we're going to go for a little stroll. And I said, okay, so we're going to walk through the middle of this dump. And I got to be honest with you, I've never just taken a stroll through the middle of a garbage dump this big. I mean, I've backed my truck up and thrown stuff out the back. And by the way, you get out of there as fast as you came in, right? You can't handle the stench, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We go through a stroll through this dump there in Haiti. And in the distance, we could see this little hut that had been erected. And we got there and we looked inside. And inside, guys, were 5 children, 5 of them. Now, keep in mind, it wasn't a carpeted 3-bedroom townhome. I mean, this is a hut that you and I wouldn't put our dog in. The floor of it was the garbage that they had built it on top of there in the dump. And there they were, and they were scared. They were frightened. The daughter, the oldest, that we figured, I say the daughter, there was no mother present and obviously no father. She looked to be about 12 or 13, and she had 4 other little ones with her. And the desperation, Kath, that was on their face was just overwhelming. And the fear. Because, guys, along with hunger and all these other issues, there's a lot of bad stuff that goes on. Yeah. Okay? I'm not going to get into the detail. You know what kind of world we're in. There's bad stuff that goes on, and these kiddos are at risk. And they were frightened. And so once they knew that we were there to help them and to bless them, they suddenly began to just be relaxed. And somebody, as we were talking with them with an interpreter, somebody said, look at this. And on the outside of their little hut was a sign that they had posted in Haitian Creole, which we couldn't read, but the interpreter said it for us. He said that sign says, Jesus is enough. Jesus is enough. They had nothing. Nothing. No possessions. No pots. No pans. Nothing. No mattress. No blanket. There was nothing in that hut. But they had the hope of Jesus. My friend, a family of 5 just like that is a $320 kingdom investment for the next year. Are there 15 of you, listen to me, because I believe God's moving. Are there 15 of you that would say, I'm in? I'll do a family of 5. And that's 75 kiddos. And I need one friend to come along with one more. And we've reached 500 kids. Now, as a secondary thought, I want to say this. There's somebody listening. In fact, I've asked the Lord for 12 world changers. And there's 7 of you right now that could do what Linda just did moments ago, and that is give a $1,000 gift. You might want to give in memory of somebody. So as we come up to the break here in just a moment, I want to give you the number. I want to ask Word FM family, guys, listen, is it possible that during the break our hearts would be so stirred that we could finish the work and get to 500 kids rescued in the name of Christ? 866-806-2977. Put it in your phone. Don't even put it in your phone right now and get ready to dial, because our operators are right there ready to receive your call. 866-806-2977. One more time, 866-806-2977. You can use your credit card, or like several have done the last little bit, you can make a pledge and fulfill it by check, however you want to do it. Let them know. WordFM.com, the Cross International banner. Click it. You can make a really quick gift right there as well, Kat. So 74 more children to go.
This is a sweet moment in the Ride Home family. It really is. So many of you coming alongside. Tom, I hear what you're saying. It resonates with me too. And so trusting God for many people to come forward in these next few minutes. Go online, wordfm.com. If you'd like to give your donation there, 866-806-2977. Christy, would you hit that button? We're going to step aside and we're going to wait for you to call. And we're grateful for you today on the Ride Home.
My son is in the second grade at our local public school, and yet somehow he gets to attend a Bible class during his school day because of LifeWise Academy.
We're seeing public school students from urban, rural, and suburban communities who have never heard the basic stories of how Jesus came to rescue us.
Hey, Word FM listeners. I'm Joel Penton, founder of LifeWise Academy, and we bring Bible education to public school students during the school day. Believe it or not, in 1952, the Supreme Court ruled that students can actually be released from public school during school hours to receive religious instruction. However, almost no one knows it's possible. LifeWise Academy provides the structure and tools for local communities to put to work. This program is taking off nationwide, and our kids' futures are being changed. Would you consider leading the charge to start a LifeWise in your neighborhood school? The first step is to voice your support at lifewiseacademy.org.
We all know healthcare costs are through the roof, but having insurance to back you up in uncertain times provides a sense of security to us, right? I'm Kathy Emmons, and about a year ago, I lost my sense of security when I lost my health insurance. It was a sudden thing, a COVID-era adjustment they had to make, my husband's employer said. But all of a sudden, after decades of being covered by the same people, I was on my own. But it turns out, not on my own. You know I've advertised for Todd Marley at Marley Financial for years now. I've loved the sound of what they offer to individuals and small businesses, but all at once I had to depend on them for my own health insurance. And wow, have they come through. From Todd, who took the time to explain all the options, to Carrie, who has walked through literally every bit of paperwork I've had, Marley Financial has been there for me. So if you're looking for a group of people who will be there for you, think Marley Financial. Find them online, marleyfg.com, or at 724-884-1496.
Want to be a more effective disciple maker in 2022? Crossroads Ministries in Finleyville presents Refuel One Day Pittsburgh, Tuesday, January 25th. A free event for pastors, ministry teams, and community leaders to come together, be inspired, and learn what effective disciple makers do to better impact our world. Featuring Thomas Road Baptist Church Senior Pastor Jonathan Falwell and leaders of the Liberty Church Network. 9 to 3 p.m. January 25th. Lunch will be provided. Register free of charge at crossroadsministries.com.
Ask Alexa to play the word Pittsburgh to hear us there. We're on your Google speaker too, plus iHeart, TuneIn, and on Odyssey. 101.5 WORD-FM Pittsburgh.
Are you struggling in your marriage? Giving each other the silent treatment? Do you feel hurt? You can save your marriage. Hope Restored, a marriage-intensive experience by Focus on the Family, provides in-depth quality counseling care that will make a difference in your life and your marriage. Call 1-866-875-2915 or go to hoperestored.com. That's hoperestored.com.
Partly cloudy skies for tonight. It'll be bitterly cold. Limited outdoor activity is recommended. We'll see a low of 5. For tomorrow, it'll be frigid with sunshine and a few clouds and a high of 18. Clear and frigid tomorrow night with a low of 0. Saturday, we'll start off the weekend with mostly sunny skies. Expect a high Saturday of 25. With your AccuWeather forecast, I'm forecaster Drew Shannon.
You've been such a generous audience. That's like such an understatement to even say you've been a generous audience over the years. John and I have come to you so many times with different asks. We have done things like we've built new wells. We have purchased Bibles. We have purchased Bibles in native languages. We have built tilapia ponds. We have provided for Christian education. We have saved children on the brink of starvation in Africa. We have purchased lunches for kids during COVID who were dependent on school lunches and weren't able to get them because school was canceled last year. I mean, you name it, we have done it. And just time and time again, your hearts are open and eager to hear about people who need us. And I just can't tell you how indebted I feel to you for your kindness. And bringing my friend Tom onto the show today, Tom, whose voice you know, if you watch us on Zoom, his face is one that you know. Tom and we've spent so much time together, Tom, over the years, getting to know each other. We're showing you Pittsburgh. We've had, watching ball games and, eating good food and, touring the city and all of that. And you think how fortunate, I was going to say lucky, blessed, whatever you want to say we are, for the relationships we have and how we've been able to partner together over all this time. And Tom, when I think about all the people listening and how they've come through, and they're coming through again today, I don't know. I know you sense what I'm trying to say. There's just this sense of gratefulness that we're all in this together.
Thank you. Two little words that really don't express our heart. And Kathy, you said it, for so many projects, so many years, so many children. And this year, our heartbeat at Cross International, obviously, is to reach out and rescue and bring more children to Christ than ever before. More than ever. Guys, if you're a Christian, you know the day and time we're living in, don't you? Oh, yeah. I mean, it doesn't take long to figure that out, right? It just simply doesn't. So I would just say, let's together as a body of Christ here in Pittsburgh and our great communities that surround this great city, guys, let's come together and do something massive for Christ and children who are suffering, who may never have the chance to hear about Jesus, except that our Cross International partners get the support they need and are able to deliver food and shelter and resources and medical attention and Bibles and Scripture and scriptural training and teaching and encouragement and Christian education at partners like Divine Shelter Christian School. Guys, let's go crazy. Let's do something big. I don't want to just get there by the skin of our teeth, do you? Besides that, there's no skin on your teeth. I always thought that was a funny thing. Right? Whoever came up with that, not good. But point is this. Let's go over the top for the King. Can we do that? 866-806-2977. 866-806-2977. Before we hear from a very special friend, he's waiting to speak to you guys. I want to say thank you to Deb in Harmony, gave for another child, Kath. And also want to say thank you to Leslie. Leslie said, I want to give for 3 kids. There's 4 more. Hey, we are down to 70 to go. 70 to go now. And I do know there's another call being confirmed right now. So the phone lines are clear except for one that I know of. All right. The web is obviously wide open. We're in the final stretch and even 70 to go. Wow. We're getting there. Hey, the number again, 866-806-2977. Let's go over the top. 866-806-2977. All right, you guys want to hear the voice of transformation, what it sounds like when a little one is eating on a regular basis. They're in school and they're studying and they're learning about Jesus. And they have, the loving arms of teachers and administrators at Divine Shelter Schools wrapping their arms around them. You want to hear what transformation sounds like? Check this out.
Good morning. How are you? Nice to meet you. My name is Stanley.
There he is, little Stanley, live and direct from Haiti. Isn't he cute? I mean, he's just an amazing kid. Stanley was a little boy that we got to talk to, and obviously he could speak fairly good English. And he was so happy to have his school uniform and proud of his uniform and his little shoes and his school bag and had his school supplies in it, and he was so sweet. And Stanley, probably about a 3rd or 4th grader. And just a sweet kid. But that's what happens to these children when you give. They're transformed. Praise God. They're a new creation in Jesus. I mean, it's just amazing. So would you be a part of it in the final stretch? 866-806-2977.
Oh, okay. Can make a difference for a kid like that? Then do it. wordfm.com. Click the banner at the top of the page. 866-806-2977. The kids are waiting.
101.5 WORD.
Next time on Adventures in Odyssey, Jason and Jillian make a surprising discovery in the groom's hotel room.
This could be the sleeping medication that was put in George Donnelly's drink. And if it is, that's enough to make an arrest.
Will the wedding end in disaster?
You have the right to
Caleb,
decide.
what are they doing? Connie, what's going on? Don't miss the conclusion of Nightmares by Constance. Next time on Adventures in Odyssey.
Tonight at 8 on 101.5 Word FM, WORD.
You know what you could do? You could add onto your house an extra room and fill it with white fluffy sand that feels like the beach.
Pump in seagull sounds.
Paint waves on the walls.
And cute little sand crabs.
Hey, it's Ryan from United Faith Mortgage. And maybe never in the history of time have we had a moment where home values have skyrocketed this much while interest rates have dropped this much. And what that has brought into play for now, for so many Word FM listeners, is the cash out refinance loan. Some listeners are using that newfound equity or money to pay off debt or to do some very cool home upgrades at a time where our homes might continue to be more and more important. But hey, a beach room could be very cool. If you're curious about your options, we are United Faith Mortgage.
We pay your appraisal fees, up to $500. That's out-of-pocket money you'd have to pay before closing.
Nice!
United Mortgage Corp, Melville, New York. MLS number 1330. Department of Banking. Mortgage Lender License number 22672.
If you want to make a difference in your life that impacts you for years to come, then it's time to stand with Israel by going there. Consider the thrilling excitement of joining nationally syndicated media host Dr. Sebastian Gorka and renowned author and filmmaker Dinesh D'Souza on the Stand with Israel tour November 30th through December 9th, 2022. Journey through the Holy Land with two of the most respected political commentators of today. Together with like-minded travelers, you'll see over 40 iconic sites during the 10-day tour. You can pray at the Western Wall in Old City, Jerusalem, float on the Dead Sea, and take a boat out into the middle of the Sea of Galilee. Visit standwithisraeltour.com to reserve your spot or call 855-565-5519. Visit standwithisraeltour.com or call 855-565-5519 to book today.
Wake up and text. Text and eat. Text and meet up with a friend you haven't seen in forever.
Hi.
Oh, hey. Text and complain that they're on their phone the whole time. Text and listen to them complain that you're on your phone the whole time. Text and whatever. But when you get behind the wheel, give your phone to a passenger. Put it in the glove box. Just don't text and drive. Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
It's an exciting finish on today's ride home. Raising money for kids. Haiti, Guatemala, Nicaragua, the countries where Cross International serves. $64 a one-time gift helped provide a kid with food, with spiritual development, Christian ed, other life-saving resources. We've had people from all over the listening area weigh in over the last 2 days, but especially today. I mean, things have just gone crazy. Tom, give us an update.
Sure have. I want to say thank you, Kath. Wow. Samuel, thank you in Monroeville. Deb, thank you so much in Harmony, checking in. Deborah, thank you in Delmont. God bless you, and giving for 3 kids. Oh, my goodness, guys, God bless your hearts. Thank you again, Linda, for your World Changer gift. I want to thank a few friends on the web. Drew, thank you again in Pittsburgh. Ruth Ann, thank you in Pittsburgh, giving for 2 children. John, thank you in Canonsburg. Now, John, we probably should visit with you. I see your name there like 3 times. So I don't know if you're giving 3 gifts or if you did something with the send button that was naughty and you showed up 3 times. But thank you. It looks like at least 5 more children. So bless your heart, and we'll confirm that with you, brother. And we're not done, Kath, because we just got our 6th World Changer. Oh, yes. We have 6 remaining. Want to say thank you to a friend that said, I would like to rescue 24 children.
Oh, my gosh.
And do it.
Tom.
2 children a month. Deborah, thank you in
Wow.
Belmont. God bless your heart. And she's taking care of 2 kids a month. So, guys, I'm telling you, we're within shouting distance, all right? We're like 30 kids or so away. I mean, that's it. I mean, this is beautiful what God is doing, and you're a part of it. So let me give you the number. My goodness, look at the clock. Oh, this is coming down the wire. All right, we've got about 15 minutes left in the broadcast, all right, and about 30 to go gets us to 500. So let me give you the number. It's 866-806-2977. Is there another world changer or 2 that if 2 of you gave a $1,000 gift, that would take care of it right there? It might be 6 of you give for a family of 5. And John did that. Thank you, John, in Canonsburg. God bless you. So how many of you would right now pick up your phone or just pick up your mouse on the computer and say, I'm in. I'm in. Let's go over the top. 866-806-2977. 866-806-2977. Kath, what do you think?
Tom, I was just thinking about being in Guatemala, and it just came back to me. Yeah, it came back to me about the industriousness of the people and how they're not looking for a handout. They're really not. They're looking for a chance. They're looking for an opportunity. They're looking for an opportunity. And when you think about these little kids, and in my head, I picture their moms, their dads, in particular their moms, because those are the ones I spent time with. And I think that's really what they want for their kid. They don't want to rely on an organization to fund them and feed them for the rest of their life. They just want a chance to prove what they can do. That's really what it is. And so the fact that Cross is here, putting the hand out and saying, okay, we want to give you not just this food, which is obviously essential, but we want to give you a chance to be part of a community, to be part of a school, to come into the Cross family. I mean, it's more than rice and beans, Tom. Really, it's a life change.
It's really a life change, transformation. The story is being rewritten. And as I've been sharing even today, Kath, in the broadcast, what I love so much about this is that you're a part of it. As you give, as you pray, and as you sacrificially commit for these children, guys, listen, you're a part of it. And I think that's one of the greatest things as we stand before the Lord. He's going to say, well done. And it's just going to be amazing, our rewards for rescuing his little ones, creating his image like you and me, that honestly, many of them forgotten. And I thank God that today we're sending a message to our ministry partners and the kiddos there in Haiti and Guatemala and Nicaragua that no longer are you forgotten. And if you've ever gone there, and Kat's been there, and obviously I have, there are literally communities where the kids are nicknamed the forgotten ones. And you say, well, why is that? Why is that? Because the government, the government has no clue they're there. There's no birth certificate. There's nothing. Mothers have children, and the government has no clue what's going on. But our partners do, and the Lord does. And he sees their needs, and thank God for Cross International partners that are working diligently in these rough areas and identifying the most critical needs. And that's where your gift goes to work and is so powerful. So for these remaining 30, I'm wondering if there's one friend that's going to do it. I just wonder if, Kath, we could just get that number of 500 off the table and say, let's let God do what he wants to do here. And not just get there by the skin of our teeth like we've been saying. But let God do what he wants to do. It might be in these final moments he's got the 6 remaining world changers with a $1,000 gift. And right there, guys, that's 96 more children. If we just had those remaining 6 of you. So here's the number, 866-806-2977, 866-806-2977. looking at the clock. Oh, my goodness, we're about 2.5 minutes from a break coming up. Kath, I love your heart for this, and I want to ask you a question as a mom. Is there anything you wouldn't do for your kids if they were hungry? No, we have a joke in my family because ever since my kids were little, if they were sick, they were 6 months old or 6 years old or whatever it was, I would say, now listen, if you need anything during the night, don't hesitate to wake me up, because I'm happy to help. And I meant that. And so now that they're 18 and 22 years old, they're like, Mom, if we need something in the middle of the night, we know that we can wake you up. At which point I'm like, listen, could it wait until 7? Anyway, but your cell phone's blown up or whatever. Right.
But that's the heart of the parent, right? The heart of the parent is that I don't care what it takes. I really convenient, even if it makes me tired, even if it makes me sad, even whatever, you are going to do what you have to do to take care of your child. And food has to be at the very top of the list, the very, very top of the list. Listen, if I was one of those moms, first of all, I can't imagine it. And I pray for the grace of God on all of those moms. But if I was one of those moms, I would just be looking for an opportunity. I would just be looking for one. And that's what Cross International will give.
Yeah, I want to just say thank you to some friends. I think we're up against a break here in just a moment. But real quick, guys, let's flood the phone lines. I want to thank Lisa in Mount Pleasant. Thank you, Lisa. God bless you. That's 2 more children right there, Kath. Kathy in Sarver, thank you. 2 more children. Denise, thank you in, is it Charleroi?
Yep.
Thank you. Another child rescued right there. Bless your heart. I even got your community name right. I think that's the first time this
That's an extra bonus.
Thank you. That's a wonderful bonus. And so we're going to give you the number. We're going to come back, hopefully thank some more friends. Want to thank you next as we work toward finishing well. Last check, we needed 30, but we just had about 4 or 5 more right there. So God bless you guys. The number, 866-806-2977. I believe there's some friends on the phone right now. I just truly do. 866-806-2977. Kath, they can give on the web as well.
Hit the button, Christy. Happy to have you along. Thursday edition, Ride Home. So much going on. It's hard to keep track. Tom Lewis, Wichita, Kansas. I'm in the North Hills of Pittsburgh at my house. Christy's High Top Parkway Center, hitting the button. Thanks.
It's finally time to replace that old leaky roof. Or how about some new siding? You can count on Windows R Us, the area's premier exterior replacement company. With over 50 years experience in the home remodeling industry, Windows R Us offers repair and replacement for roofs, siding, gutters and downspouts, windows, entry doors, even decks. A leaky roof left unfixed can lead to mold and mildew. Maybe you've lost siding during the recent windstorms. Don't put those repairs off. Windows R Us offers 12 months, no interest financing, and no processing fee through Dollar Bank. Want new factory direct replacement windows for your home or office? Choose from 100% vinyl, commercial aluminum, wood, and composite. And how would you like to never clean your gutters again? For a limited time, get a free gutter filter with the purchase of complete siding and roof replacement, all with 12 months, no interest, no processing fee, and backed by the best warranty in the industry. Schedule your free estimate and inspection today at WindowsRUsPittsburgh.com. That is WindowsRUsPittsburgh.com.
If you're in the market for metal roofing, siding, and garage doors, Kaufman Metals in Bedford can meet your expectations with friendly professional service. Their equipment is right up to date with the newest technology and ready to produce your standard and customized metal panels and trims to your exact specifications for any project with the fastest turnaround in the industry. Plus, Kaufman Metals offers complete do-it-yourself building packages included with computer-generated drawings. Kaufman Metals also provides sales and service for CHI residential and commercial garage doors. They deliver any order, large or small, to any place with full service rollback trucks and trailers with a Moffett forklift to set building packages conveniently close to your project. And just so you know, they offer contractors discounts as well. Visit KaufmanMetals.com or call 814-623-6044 or stop in at 6146 Lincoln Highway, Bedford, PA.
The Just for Pros event is back at Lowe's, and we're celebrating hardworking pros with special savings on the top tools, plus bonus perks to help you with your business. Sign up for Lowe's Pro Loyalty now through January 28th, and you'll get up to $100 off your TurboTax federal tax preparation. Just another way Lowe's makes your job easier. Lowe's, the home for pros. Discount valid on select TurboTax services through 4/15/22. More terms apply. U.S. only.
Right now, there are young people across the world facing a tough choice. Continue their dream of education or drop out to help their family put food on the table. You can help change their future in a single moment. See how far your support can go at unbound.org.
We are everywhere. On your radio at 101.5 WORD FM Pittsburgh, at wordfm.com, the Word FM mobile app, iHeart, TuneIn, and Odyssey.
This is the best ending we've had of the show in a long time. I mean, there's a flurry of activity going on. I mean, somewhere between me and the North Hills, Christy in the Parkway Center, and Tom Lewis from Cross International in Wichita, Kansas. Tom, talk to us.
Hey, what's up? Oh, you want an update? Oh, is that what you want?
Like one.
I didn't know if you just wanted to chat or what. Or hey, I want to say thank you, seriously. Catherine, thank you. In Elizabeth, Pennsylvania, thank you. 4 more children rescued right there. God bless you. Thank you, Diane in Monongahela. I love saying that town. 5 more children, Kath. How about that?
Wow.
Barbara in New Brighton said, I want to rescue one of those beautiful little ones. And so thankful for you, Barbara. Thank you to Denise. And again, we thanked her earlier in Charleroi and a $64 gift. Kathy, thank you again in Sarver, giving for 2, and Lisa in Mount Pleasant, giving for 2. And we had a friend just check in on the web. And I want to just for a minute, I want to say thank you to this friend who is giving this gift in memory of her husband who passed away just this December. This December. My friend, wow. Thank you there in Bethany. Her name is Karen. Karen, God bless your heart and your family. And thank you for blessing 50 beautiful children. Yes, thank you. We're so moved by it. Thank you. God bless you, and our prayers are with you. And just know the Cross International team is going to be praying for all you guys that have included your prayer requests. And just so beautiful. I want to mention, too, this gift, Kath, that just came in from Catherine there in Elizabeth. She said, I want to give this one-time gift that my daughter and I are giving in honor of our late husbands, both of them. All right?
Really?
This is a one-time donation my daughter and I are giving in honor of our late husbands. And so thank you, guys. That's a gift for 4 more children. Wow. It's so awesome what you guys are doing. Thank you. Wow. And we see your prayer requests there, too, Catherine. So God bless you guys, all of you. And I believe the phone that we are officially up and over 500 kids rescued.
How about that?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we are up and over, and we're like 520. We're like 520 kids right now, guys. So thank you, and God bless you. Keep calling, keep giving, because I do believe the Spirit of God is moving on many of your hearts, and it's okay. You know what? If we hit 600, praise God. If you keep giving and we hit 600 kids, Kath, is that all right?
Yeah, I think we'll take it. I think we'll take it for the kids, Tom.
You better
I'd be
believe
grateful.
it. Because our heartbeat this year at Cross obviously is to help more than ever. So, guys, we cannot thank you enough for your partnership and for your loyal support of this ministry and Word FM and, in fact, all the ministries that you hear on this great radio station. This is about partnership. And so we thank you. But it's also about friends. And it's about those that love Jesus and are just called to do amazing things. So, guys, thank you for following the leading of the Holy Spirit tonight. Still room for you to call. Still room for you to give on the webcast. As we close out, you want to give them the info. And just a big thank you and love you guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah. WordFM.com. You can still give. Click the banner at the top of the page. Tom, we love you.
Love you, too. Thank you.
We love your heart for the
Christy.
kids. And it's wonderful to be able to love the kids through you. So thanks to Christy for helping this all to happen from Parkway Center. Seriously, my heart's
John.
so full. We sure did miss John, but John will hear this news and he'll be absolutely geeked. So thank you all so much for being a part of this today.